everyone, it is Isopadre and today it is time for another tutorial, which I haven't actually made for Minecraft yet. I've been waiting a long time to make this one, and it's basically about windows opening and closing automatically using command blocks and redstone. So it's good to have a little experience with command blocks before you do this. It may be kind of capable of changing things you don't want it to change. Like if I were to have the coordinates entered incorrectly, that can cause something like this or that other window to change. And you also, as I'll mention later, need to make sure of the facing direction that the windows are. So let's keep that stuff in mind, and it shouldn't really be too dangerous as far as I'm aware with the fill command, since it's looking for different kinds of blocks and just replacing those certain ones. So let me just show you what I've got so far. I got just a redstone lever. Let's turn this off. That's basically easy enough. You probably don't need help finding that or anything. Just place a redstone lever or anything that's a power source. It can be a daylight sensor, a rain sensor, anything like that. So basically, after the redstone lever, I'm going to put here a bit of redstone going up to where I'm going to put some little command blocks. See, the windows I'm trying to open and close are right here. These apartments are going to have, these little levers inside to open and close the windows. When they're open, they look kind of like that. And yeah, so getting the swing with command block, and these are from Yuushya Townscape on. The windows that open and close like this, they just don't have any mechanism of doing it without a command block. So basically, we go through how to do a command block. Just /give at p Minecraft command block. Make sure you have an empty slot to get it. Okay, there it is. Gives you a impulse command block and impulse one by default. Let me see, it just replaces right here. Now, this is going to be important where you place this. It doesn't have to be anywhere in relation to, it can be anywhere in relation to the actual windows, I mean. However, I'm going to need to enter into the command some coordinates, which are basically counting how many blocks up and how many blocks over these are in the command block itself. This is going to be different because there's going to be 3 different command blocks in this design, and they'll all need to have coordinates kind of corrected, input like that. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Okay, so I'm going to place the second one here. Now, that's where the redstone can basically go over it. This is about to do probably okay, so that's going to be a chain command block, and this one is to face downward, upward, whatever, just something like that, It needs to face a certain direction that's upward or downward, left or right, not towards this thing. This one will also face the same direction as the one you just placed. This is going to be our second chain command block, actually, and yeah, these will just activate when the redstone turns off, basically. These will close the windows. So let's see, yeah, so now it's about time to count the coordinates over here. So basically, before we do anything, bring up the F3 menu, hit F3, brings up a ton of text. Don't be alarmed, it's just a bunch of debug type stuff. Well, what you'll need to see basically is where it says right to the left of the middle of the screen, facing east towards positive X. Let's show some coordinates there. That's important, the positive X part of that. So basically, yeah, what we need to do is start with the command block right here, start from there, and noting that we're looking in the positive X direction right now. This is the 0, this is the first block over, this is the second, Then you got to take note of this coordinate right here, basically, where the windows start. And obviously I have them in a row like this here. Okay, so let me count that one more time. So it's only 2 blocks over. Okay, so if you write that down or put it in Notepad or something, you can put positive x2. And let's see, now if I look this direction, that text on the screen will change towards positive z in this case. If I look this way, it's negative z, negative x. So you have to take note of which positive or negative you're looking at. So if I look at positive z, count, it's 1 over here, it's one block over. There's the actual windows. So yeah, 2 for positive x, 1 for positive z, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So now that I've got that noted down, I'm just going to type the coordinates first because, okay, I don't want to forget it. Tilde, put another tilde after a space, tilde. Okay, so this first one is the x, needs to go over positive 2. Third one, and the second one's the y, which is the vertical axis. The third one needs to go over by 1 positive. The tilde implies the actual location of the command block itself, and it is relative to that, basically. And like I said, it could be like, literally like I have ones like 20 to 40 blocks over from the command block. It doesn't need to be nearby or anything. So anyhow, the actual command we need fully is fill, and then this coordinate set here, this is going to be the beginning set of coordinates, x, y, and z. I'm just going to click done for now. Nothing is going to happen since there's no redstone signal or anything like that. And then I'm going to, what else? We have to take note of another thing. Like I said, the y-axis is the vertical 1, 1, 2 up on the vertical axis. So I'm going to write that in there too. Second one is y, up 2. So all the coordinates are correct for the starting block. Okay, so also I need to mention that for the second set of coordinates you see in this command here, 7, 2, and 1, how to get those. Well, okay, so again we just do the same thing basically as we did before. Count 1 over, this is positive z, 1, positive x, 1, 2, those are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to say this is the end of our range of coordinates that is just this row of windows here. And that number, those numbers go into the second set here, the fill command. And these have to be a bit different for the lower block as well, which I'll go through. Yeah, so I'm counting 7, 4, and 2, x, y, and z. And that's based on this lower green block here. And that's the relative position of the end of this line of windows. Okay, so I've basically already set up this block, this command block. It's replacing this coordinate relative to the command block with the other one right here, or from here to here, placing this block, open 0 windows, with regular or closed windows 0 blank. Another thing you should take note of, I think, is that this won't count all the time, but in this case, in most cases, it's a good idea to put the facing direction equals, and I think I took note of it earlier, it was north, and make sure at least this one has to be facing, I think, north. Otherwise, if it was east or west or some other direction, they would be rotated correctly. Okay, so north, north. I got all my things set up here. yeah, I went over this command. Repeating command block, make it this type. Make it non-conditional and redstone required for this one. It will acknowledge the command down the bottom left, of course. I already set up the other command block. So I'm going to go over first this bottom one, which is a chain command block. See, it's green in my resource pack. So I had to basically count up 1, 2, 3 based on that green block, 4, I think, on the Y. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2 over in the positive Z direction. And the positive X happens to be the same, which is, you can see it's, so X is 2, 2, 7. Y is 4, and it remains as 4 for the other block. Z is 2, of course, it's another one I counted. It remains 2 all throughout that row window, so you can just have it similar to this, where you just have to take note of how the coordinates are a bit different with the lower block, the position of it. Yeah, and set it to chain command block, non-conditional and always active. This technically doesn't use redstone power. In a way, it's based on this block here I have to set up too. I've already set this up actually, but this one having no power over it in this redstone wire. So I'll go over this command too. This is just a generic one you can use with a lot of things. To see if the wire above it has no power, it can turn something off. So execute if block tilde for the same coordinate, tilde 1 for up 1, tilde for the Z, Minecraft redstone wire, brackets, here these square brackets, you put power equals 0. That will test, it says test passed right here, because it had a non-powered redstone wire right here, so that passed the test. Repeat, non-conditional and always active. You don't want it to be redstone required because it won't be turned on at that time. Okay, so we got the command shown at the bottom. Okay, so both these are set up, and if you wanna, okay, I'm just gonna test this out now. And it opens the middle window there. Yeehaw! And if I do it again, make sure it can close properly. There's possible errors you can make with the coordinates that would make it either not open or not close or something like that, but this obviously works just fine. Now if I want to affect these windows on the sides here, I need to change it. I need to make another set of command blocks just like this one, because these are black windows 1, not black windows 0. This is because they have to kind of tile separately in different window panes. So yeah, we've got a working window opening thing, and this is an apartment that's going to be controllable from this lever. I'll show you another one in a second that has a rain sensor that activates it. Yeah, so basically I've got all the command blocks set up, both pairs, not pairs, but groups of 3, right over here behind me. And yeah, I mean, the reason I have these 3 as well as these 3, which are set up kind of differently, you just need to know what the coordinates in relation to these other blocks. These are changing windows number 1 instead of 0 to closed or open state, and that's just because of the tiling of the windows. They're separate sections, so this will affect all of them. So yeah, basically you just have to take down where the coordinates are of this and this other block and do the same exact thing with the commands, which is just to replace closed with open or vice versa. Yeah, so with all of the window blocks set up, I'll just flip the switch. There, see all 3 of them opened. And also make sure that all 3 of them will close. That can go wrong too sometimes based on the coordinates. Alright, well, Very cool. So hopefully you enjoyed watching that and learned something from this tutorial. Thanks a lot for watching.